how to build a sentence. We often think that language is a mental thing, that it only exists in our heads, our brains, since we can't touch it, hold it, and so on. We often forget that language in writing is a physical thing, right? Language is a sound when we speak it, and it's visual too when we write it and read it. This lesson is called How to Build a Sentence. Now, in the same way we build a tower, construct a table, or carve a sculpture, we build sentences out of language. Now, the materials we use instead of bricks or wood are words. And the instructions we follow to build these sentences is grammar. Now, stay with me. Grammar is often a student's least favorite subject, and we're not going to focus on it. But here's a refresher. Your basic sentence has 3 parts: subject, verb, object. Most sentences, no matter how long, have this form. Let's look at a simple 3-word sentence. Maya built towers. Maya, who the sentence is about, is the subject. Verb, what she's doing, is building, so built. And what is she building? What is the object that she's building? It's a tower. The problem with traditional grammar is that it doesn't tell us much about how to build or even play with sentences. It's like somebody telling you the names of all the things in basketball, the court, the hoop, the players, the basketball, but they don't tell you how to play, the rules of the game. It's the same with traditional grammar. Identifying subject, verb, object of a sentence doesn't really teach you that much about how to play or even write sentences. Okay, pay attention. For a sentence to make meaning, all the words have to work together. Here's a definition for you. A sentence is a form of logical relationships. A sentence is a form of logical relationships. Remember, form is a word that means something like structure or shape, as well as the instructions of how to build something. Remember, a portmanteau is the form of 2 words blended together to make a new word. Logical means something that makes sense, that is reasonable, understandable, clear. But this last word is very important. Relationships. Think about your family, or a group of friends, or an online community. What makes it meaningful is the relationship between everyone, right? If there was no relationship, it would be meaningless. It's the same thing with words in a sentence. For a sentence to be meaningful, every word in the sentence must have a purpose in relationship to the other words. You don't want to include words in a sentence that don't support or enhance the meaning of a sentence, right? Okay, so let's build a sentence. Let's start very simple. We have 3 slots to fill. One is the doer. Who is the doer of this sentence? I construct tables. Who is the one doing anything in this sentence? It is I. Now the next slot is doing. Now in this sentence, which word has the function of doing? Construct. Lastly, what in this sentence is being done to? It's tables. I construct tables. Tables is what's being done to. Let's look at another sentence. Artists carve sculptures. What is being done to in this sentence? Sculptures. Sculptures is the thing being done, right? What is happening to these sculptures? They're being carved. And who is doing all of these sculptures? Artists. Artists are the doer. What they're doing is carving. And what are they carving? Sculptures. With this simple form, doer, doing, done to, we can create endless amounts of simple 3-word sentences. Now, I want you to focus on writing some very simple 3-word sentences. You have to make sure 1 word for the doer, 1 word for the doing, and 1 word for what is done to.